kolaches. Ugh. I overcaffeinated this morning and now I'm coming down. I used to make kolaches all the time. If you don't know what a kolache is, they are originally a Czech food, and there is something called a Czech belt in Texas, and where I'm from. And there's parts of Texas that a kolache is like a bagel in New York. So I grew up with them in a big way. There's the more traditional kolache, which I'll pop up on a little screen here. Let's see if I can do it right here in my hands. That is like a prune or a poppy seed filling. And then Texas, of course, put their little spin on it and made like sausage cheese. This sausage cheese or these other fun ones. So I usually like doing, these are vegan, by the way. I didn't mention that before. I usually like doing the savory ones, but I like the sweet ones sometimes too if I'm feeling fancy. And I think I'm feeling fancy today because I can't just give myself one food. I always have to make two. Sweet and savory. I love it. I haven't used this recipe in a long time. We're gonna see how it goes. Also, I think my yeast is all expired, but also like when I test it with the warm milk, it still kind of activates. So now I'm just thinking if I can kind of combine these into two, because until it becomes a bigger thing, we don't really have to separate them because they're only different in the way you kind of flavor them. But I could just make them regular. Fuck it, I'm making one big thing. I still need one small bowl. I'm gonna double this recipe that I've written out myself. I've read this sentence a million times and I'm not taking it in. Yeast and milk. Okay, it's very expired. We're gonna see if it actually works. Sometimes it's expired, but it works, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's the kind of family I grew up in. So how much yeast? We need 7 grams, which is slightly under 1 tablespoon of yeast. How much in the middle of the yeast? Right. Okay. In a 1/4 cup of milk, which is not all the milk because it's a total of 1 cup of milk. So, oh boy. Okay, we're doubling it. So we're gonna do 1/2 cup of milk. I'm using almond milk. You can use whatever milk you want. I usually am an oat milk girl. No. Wait, listen. Not quite like a Pepsi Cola. Okay, 1/4 cup. Nope, 1/2 cup. I'm gonna drop the milk into this bowl. And it needs to be warm. So I'm gonna microwave it a little bit. Oh! Okay. I ran this into this and it scared me. That's what happened. All right. You want it to be like when you touch it, it feels like room temp. Like maybe a little warmer than room temp. I think that's the same thing with like baby milk, but I don't actually know if that's true. Oh, ow. Wait, ow? Yeah, that's hot. Does your skin ever not know if it's hot or cold? Let me know in the comments below. That like warm milk means you can hold your finger in it for like 5 seconds and it's fine. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I hoid. That's what I hoid. Okay, and then I'm gonna do slightly under 1 tablespoon, so slightly under 2 tablespoons in this milk. I'm gonna do like that much twice. 1. I have other expired yeast too if this doesn't work. Look, bubbles. It's active. If there's no bubbles, that means your yeast is dead and it won't work. Even though oh god, expired in 2021. We're ringing in the new year, 2024. And that's bubbling, baby. You hear that? Oh god. I can see my neighbors. They have family over? This is baking with Madeline Harsh. It doesn't need to be perfect. Oh yeah, perfectly dissolved. In a large bowl, combine yeast mixture with remaining milk, butter, shortening, eggs, sugar, salt, and mace. Not the Not that kind. This kind. Ground mace. Let's see if you can see what I'm seeing. Ground mace, ground mace, ground mace, ground mace, ground mace. Which kind of tastes like, you know, it's weird because I've never used it in any other thing, but it's specific for kolaches. To me, it kind of smells like, almost like tea tree oil. I could be wrong. Here, smell it. What do you smell? Tea tree, right? So now we're getting our big ol' yellow. Yeah, our yellow-bellied, our yellow-bollied. This is vegetable shortening, which is great for baking if you didn't know. There's not enough room in this kitchen. I'm ripping this like an ape. Ow! If you open butter like an ape, like and subscribe. That's, it's butter. I can't believe it's not coming out. Okay, a quarter, what am I doing? A half cup. A half cup is 8 tablespoons. It's the whole stick. I think that when I used to do this, I kind of melted it down a little bit so it was easier to stir. You can also let it soften. It's just one of those things. I know there's so many things that I could prep for myself to make everything easier. And I don't, because I never ever plan anything. Butter. I hate touching the butter. And then the shortening, same amount, quarter cup. Oh, something's like spilled on the top of this. Look at my yeast. It's like puffy. It's gonna work so well. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know. I also have these little, these are my grandma's, these like butter knives. I love this like spreading butter knife. It's so lovely. I always use like a regular, a regular knife. But these are it just feels special. Like the wooden handle, the rounded little thing. I don't know. I just really think it's lovely. All right, I'm just gonna kind of roughly fill this up. We're not trying to impress anyone. That feels good enough to me. I'm gonna pop it in there. Ugh. Put that there. Put my, ooh, I should clean that lid. I'm not gonna do it. How's your new year? Any resolutions? Put it in the comments below. I don't have any. I feel like it's always a disappointment, and then I just feel both sad at myself and also like I forget what I even wanted to do anyway. So it's not that big of a disappointment. I guess there's kind of no harm in doing it because of the, okay. This sucks. Hold on, let me show you. Let me show you what I'm doing so you can see that it sucks. Oh, this is what I'm doing. Isn't this gross? I'm a one-woman show. Not in a good way. God, it's like every time I look at this recipe, I've been reborn and I've never read a word in my life. You too? Both so many loud voices in my head at all times and also nothing that will allow me to focus. Also, I'm on my period, so sorry. What am I doing? Combine yeast mixture. See, one step at a time. Wow, that is foamy as hell. I don't know if you could see, I should have pointed it towards you. I kept it all to myself. Secrets are no fun. Look at that foam. Wow, I foamed on myself, damn. With the remaining milk, math. So remaining milk, it's a cup of warm milk total. I used a half, which makes 2 cups. I used a half cup, so it's 1.5 cups more milk. Say it with me. It's 1.5 cups more milk. 1.5, this is so heavy. 1.5 cups more milk. Wait, hold on. I'll show you my muscles. It's not the time, Madeline. I'm so slippery. Oh no. Oh no. Do you see my muscles? This is so stupid the way I'm doing it. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, we'll just keep going. What did I say? 1.5? That was 1. My heart is a million miles an hour. That's all my milk. We're gonna clean that up a little bit. I'm so glad we all get to do that together. Did you spill your milk just now? Let me know in the comments below. All right. Also, my mommy built this. Isn't that so cool? Look at that. Wow. Wow. Oof. Sounds good. All right. Deep breaths. We're gonna take a deep breath. Because I'm anxious. Drink some Wawa. As Handra on TV always says, take a sip of Wawa. That's her splash. Sound effect. Remaining milk. As Jessie always says, go slower, babe. My original recipe, I have flax eggs, which is absolutely fine, but I have just egg in the fridge, so I'm using just egg because it's faster. I don't have to wait for flax to not melt. 2 eggs, which means 4 eggs, and an egg is like roughly a tablespoon. So we're just gonna kind of 1, 2, 3. I'm getting splashy. 4. Egg. We're also gonna try an egg wash today, which I've never done before. Like, you know when you're crying and somebody shushes you? Nothing makes me angrier than that. I don't shush, don't ever shush. Kelly from Real Housewives of New York that I'm going through right now, I think I just started season 6. I'd be in jail if someone shushed me like that while I was trying to be mad. Eggs, sugar, salt, mace. So I did all that. Sugar, salt, and mace is what's left. Okay, so sugar. Okay, so 6 tablespoons. This is kind of a sweet dough. Even the savory one is kind of a sweet dough, which I really like. 1, 2, that's 12 then. Shit. Okay, keep count with me. 3, 4, 11, 12. You know, that is almost certainly an easier measurement that I just haven't measured separately to see. Like maybe it's like half a cup or something. I have no idea. If anyone wants to do that math, put it in the comments below. So salt, 1 teaspoon. That doesn't sound like enough. Here's the other thing. I do this thing where I write a recipe and then I make little changes and I don't update the recipe because I think future Madeline will remember that. Future Madeline has never remembered anything in her life. So I think it should be a tablespoon salt. I know you're all thinking, update it now. No, I don't want to overwhelm it with saltiness. I'm going to do, what the hell? What? Prank! Oh, I see, the cardboard got like stuck. Oh no. Like that. I think this might fuck up. I mean, if there's 12 tablespoons of sugar, surely that can't be too much salt. 1/2 teaspoon of mace, and that's a pretty strong spice, so I will follow that. 1/2 teaspoon is 1 teaspoon because we're doubling this recipe. All right, I have to pee. Getting all excited. I remember always in the past, I'm like, there has to be a better way to mix up shortening. I have to pee. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm all pissed up. Is everyone else all pissed up in the comments below? Let me know. I'm all pissed up. I'm all pissed up. I know there's probably so many bakers that are like, just use a hand mixer. Probably that's a good idea. But you know what I hate cleaning? A hand mixer. Who's got a spatula and a fork and hates cleaning hand mixers? Ooh, I'm all pissed. Oh, that's so greasy and I keep touching it. Every time I make kolaches, I think, is this how I've always done it? And that probably is a good sign. I found this in a box outside. It really, add flour to make a workable dough, and we're adding 8 cups of flour. Oh, we're using bread flour. That's important. It makes them a lot chewier. I've tried these before with an all-purpose because some recipes say you can like blend them or use all-purpose. I like them chewier, like a bread. So I use bread flour. All right, 1. We're gonna slowly add, but I'll start with like 2 at a time so I don't lose count. Wish me luck. Can't tell you how many times I've lost count. 1. I can't tell you how many times I've lost count. That's funny. Okay, we'll start with 2 and start mixing it up. Because I feel like the little bits of like shortening and stuff won't matter so much whenever I'm like kneading. Take off my ring. I want to get all my dough in between the gems. We're baking the only way I know how. Badly. And good. I mean, this is one of the only good things I can bake. 2. Say it with me. 4. You've used 4 cups. And I'm gonna stir this with a spatula until it's like malleable with my hands. I'm all pissed up. I'm all latched up. Are you in your period too? Put it in the comments below. Anybody else use a Diva cup? My biceps look good. All right, 4 cups is getting pretty springy. It's like we're starting to do good. So I might not need 8 cups. I know in the past, sometimes I've only used like 6, and sometimes I've used a little more than that. I don't know why it changes. I could not tell you. I don't know enough about baking. 5. I think I'll need at least 6, so I'm gonna jump right to 6. That could be wrong, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna follow our heart and do whatever we want because this is our kitchen. The world is our oyster. I mean, is it really though? Like a lot of flour for the dough. Oops. So, oh no, ew. Oh, my plants, they are so dusty. So now it's time to get in there. Getting in there, mixing it up. We're trying to activate the gluten or something. I'm getting a little bit fussy. You want to knead it for like a little bit, not too long. If you knead it for too long, it does start to get tough. And I feel like it's one of those things you're just gonna kind of feel out, and with practice you figure it out. Okay, this is a little too flaky. I'm gonna add a little bit of water. It's heavy. Okay. All right, starting to get a little smoother, starting to like come off the sides. You want it to be to where it's pulling the other bits of flour and stuff off the side so that you're no longer having to like try. This is definitely a more intensive thing to make than pickles. That's like a good little guy. I always feel like I always see in videos, everyone's dough balls look like perfect and so smooth. I've never made a smooth, perfect dough ball even once in my life. Okay, but now we're gonna let this rest and rise. Set that there for a second. Just covering it with oil. Kind of like a manicure to rub oil and flour into your hands. Right? It's okay. All right, I just tossed it around so it's coated in oil. So I got my juicy little boy. Sorry. This is what she looks like. She's all oiled up in her little bowl. Cover with a kitchen towel or loosely with plastic wrap until doubled in size, 2 to 3 hours. All right, I'll see you in a couple hours. Look at that. She's already doubled in size. I'm very happy with that. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. Gorgeous. I'm just gonna knead it really fast, punch it back down, and we're gonna let it rise again. This one takes 3 rises. So I'm gonna just punch this down, get it back to where it was, turn it a little bit, and then we're gonna come back when it's done it again. She's done it again. We're back. Look at that beautiful dough. Can you see it? Oh God, can you see it? It's so beautiful. I do like to weigh them for this reason. You absolutely don't have to, but I like doing it just to make kind of the balls the same amount. And the filling I made, you can make whatever filling you want. I didn't film this because it can be anything that you want, any kind of meat, cheese, sweet, whatever. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just start pinching it off, rolling it into a little ball. And then I'm gonna make them, I think, let me look at how much a ball is and then I'll tell you what I'm gonna do and then I'll speed up the footage. Ooh, she's stretchy. That's awesome. So that's like 60 grams. That's about this size. Beautiful. So I'm just gonna roll these up into little balls and I'm gonna start setting them aside. We're not gonna bake them like this. This is just to get them all separated out and then we'll start filling them. So I will start. You can just watch this. I don't have funny commentary. And also I'm turning the oven to 375. My greasy little finger. So that made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. That made 28 at like roughly 60 grams. They're supposed to rest for 10 minutes, but to be honest, I always get tired at this point. I already had leftover potatoes. And I cooked up like the 4 of those field roast sausages, and I just cooked it up until some onions and spices, whatever you want, and then I put some cheese in there. You can fill it separately. You want to do just like meat, cheese, wrap it up. Sometimes I do jalapenos, sometimes I do different peppers. I've made whatever I want. I've done mac and cheese. I did like a roast beef sauerkraut thing. Everything's good. It's just whatever you want and whatever you already have in the fridge, which I had a bunch of leftover potatoes. So what you do is kind of squish it with my hand heel. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's pretty stretchy, so whenever you fill it up, it will kind of like shrink back down, and you don't want to be pulling at it, so it is gonna like, you know, make little holes in it. You can fill it as much or as little as you like. And the way I kind of fill it is I touch each side, almost like I'm making a little dumpling, and then just kind of push the dough together like once or twice to make it so that it's like a little pocket. It's a little dough pocket, and there's a little hole in it. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. And that's it. And then you put it bottom down on the baking pan, and we're gonna fill them up like that. I'll speed this up too. I did not write down how long these go in the oven for, but something in my deepest heart of hearts tells me 22 minutes. Round 2. Fight! When you turned 30, were you tired? Let me know in the comments below. Oh no! That one was a little. Uh-oh. She's fading fast. I very quickly give up quality control. But you know what, honestly? How bad are they gonna be? It's bread with like meat and cheese inside. What's your favorite flavor of Kool-Aid? Let me know in the comments below. Black cherry is the right answer. Ooh. Ooh, ah, ooh. Ooh, ah, ooh, 2. I'm tired. Tired of playing the game. Fun fact. Madeline Kahn is my namesake. So. Tired, she's tired. Sick and tired of love. Give her a break. She's pooped. I got a little doggy here looking real sad. It's just her face though. Out of hand. I haven't karaoke'd in such a long time. I have been doing this thing on days that I'm sad that I just karaoke alone, and that means I pull up like just instrumental songs with lyrics on YouTube, and I just sing them as loud as I can to myself all day. And let me tell you, that is a way to get out of a funk. And also, ABBA is hard. There's some really high notes in there, and I don't know if you can tell from my Roy Orbison impression, I'm not a soprano. I need more pans. The texture of these after they've sat in the oil should be like, you know, like, I guess kind of like how a pizza would feel. I don't make a lot of pizza. It kind of feels like, hold on. I don't know what it feels like. Never mind. Very close to enough. So maybe I'll make a couple sweet ones, but just with like jam. I was gonna make the poppy seed filling, and that has like poppy seed and lemon zest and sugar. And I don't know if I want to do anything else, because as you can tell, I'm tired. Okay, maybe I'll do, because I said I was gonna do a sweet. Maybe I'll make one sweet one with like jam. I don't know if it'll work. Well, hey, there's only one way to find out. The sweet ones are a little different the way you put it together. You kind of just do like, well, you want it to be better than this. It doesn't matter though. I forgot to egg wash the ones in the oven. Oh, my hands are so greasy. So greasy. So greasy they are. Fill the last like 3 jam. We'll see what happens to it. If that is what I do. If that is what I do. Oof, oof, oof. Close her up. Close her up there, bud. I'm gonna try to get kind of the like thicker parts of the, so that it's not quite so runny, but it might be runny and it might make the dough soggy. I don't really know. So we're gonna wait for these other ones to come out in 9 minutes. Let's look at them. You know what? I'll bring you with me. They look like little potatoes. Potato. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Bow, 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 bow. I can really try to see this lychee on this pan. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Those look very nice and gold. Ow. Can you believe that? They're hot. Oh, yeah, those look great. And the bottoms are crispy brown. So those look good. I'm happy with those. Ouch. 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 Ow. 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 See? Ow. Ow. Whew. Start moving these little bad boys. She's busting there. She got a little hole. Okay. Oh, don't touch the pan, Madeline. Apparently 22 minutes. That was the perfect amount of time. I moved to my office for virtual New Year's, and I brought a half of each kolache with me. So the little meaty one looks normal, very cute. Look at her, very filled. Her little, her little thing. She smells like a kolache. That is sausage, potato, and cheese and bread. Love it. Delicious. Great. Now, the jam, it burnt all the bottoms because the sugar went to the bottom. It was too liquidy. Maybe one of those like jellies that comes in a little square like guava and stuff might have worked better. Maybe there's a reason that all kolache recipes aren't like, just use jam. Delicious. Not pretty. It's really good. Okay, that's delicious. 10 out of 10, perfect kolaches. I hope you make them for yourself. If you want, they're a real crowd pleaser. And if you liked this video, this little, oh, I need to remember. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you, kid. Here's to looking at you, kid. God, I can't help but just look right there at my face. Take a sip of Wawa.
Bottoms up.
Go follow Hand Drawn TV, because you deserve it. That should be your New Year's resolution, is go watch all of the Ask Your Legacy Challenge. It's a trip. If you liked this, like and subscribe. So sorry that I'm sweaty and tired. I'm really sweating. Do you see on my moist upper lip? Have a happy new year. I hope 2024 is good. Thank you for watching. Thanks for coming along with me. Oh. Happy New Year.